Hey, welcome to another episode of The Well. Here you can dip into your soul. And today I'm going to talk about the importance of personal evolution. Well, I'm sure that you've been hearing something about it. I think it's even the reason why you are here, because you understand that personal growth is something good, it's something positive, it's something that actually can take you out of a stuck situation into new, fresh, um, yeah, ways of being, doing, and even having. So, what is it that makes that I really want to dedicate a whole episode specifically to this about this importance? Um, because I see a lot of people who have been reading self-help books or watching indeed trainings like this ones, and then still find themselves, um, yeah, feeling kind of unfulfilled, unhappy, lonely, or disconnected. And I really want to support you in getting out of those feelings, out of those situations, and into the excitement of curiosity, growth, and limitless possibilities. And I know for sure that when you hear somebody saying limited possibilities, you're like, oh my God, another person talking about the endless possibilities life throws it has laying for you. It's not like that in my own reality. Well, I understand that there may be a very, very big gap. So if you want to build a bridge between where you are right now and this concept, and actually maybe truth about being possibilities endless and limitless for you, then there is a bridge to build, and it starts with opening up to the understanding that there is continuous growth possible. I mean, we are even getting all older on the inside, outside also our faces. I mean, it's already very physically clear that you grow older. You start small, you become big, no, anyway, you get it what I mean. So opening up that growth is a continuous thing, you can then also understand that emotionally that is the case. I mean, you've noticed this, huh? You over time in your life that you become wiser, more mature, and also in your mindset you can change opinion. Thing is though that many people kind of at a certain moment in their life hook onto an identity, an idea, a certain set of convictions, and that's it. And then they stay there. Well, maybe that's you, or if you know people that you have been observing, like, hey, they never change opinion, or they always saying the same thing, they're playing the same excuses, or the same complaints, or the same ideas about, I don't know, world politics or local soccer club. I mean, they're rigid in their thinking. So if you understand that change is, as the cliche says, the only constant, it is important to kind of be flexible and be able to move with this. Doesn't mean that you need to turn your whole opinion about something around, but to kind of measure again, like, hey, life is changing, or this is happening in my country or in the world. Can I twist and tweak my opinion or my view on this? So, moving with what's going on is important if you want to grow in your life, if you really want to become the wisest version of yourself. Because if you stay stuck in your own opinions and the whole world is growing and developing and evolving, and you stay in what you've always been thinking, then it's actually pretty obvious, right? That that you cannot be the best version of yourself because you're no longer in connection with what's really going on outside. So um, to this whole journey of opening up and wanting to discover more about what you can change. I mean, where would you look at? You can look to your strengths. Like, okay, am I a good communicator? Am I a great connector? What's the quality of my thinking? What are my values? Do I think honesty is important in my own life, or is this something I expect from others? And if so, do I expect this also from my country leaders or for my colleagues, and where am I in integrity with myself? If I talk about honesty, can I actually even be honest to myself? Well, that's just one example on how thinking about values actually um, can change something in you. Because let's stick to the word honesty. If you cannot even be honest to yourself, or if you're denying certain things in your life, yet do judge others on being not honest, or the media is lying, or this person did this and that to me and it's not true, whereas actually on the inside you cannot even be honest with yourself, then who are you to be able, or who are you to judge others? So once you start reflecting and diving into this self-discovery, you actually discover that you will become milder and milder also with others, because nobody's perfect. You are not perfect, others are not perfect, and I'm also for sure not perfect. So it's nice to see, if we think of a beautiful world, to where can we be kind, where can we be mild, and where can we be our best and most beautiful and wisest versions and caring versions of ourselves, right? So that's what I'm motivated about. Like, let's care for each other, let's see each other, let's connect to each other. That's why I'm showing up here. I have plenty of other things to do, and so do you, but you are here at the other side and I am here, and we can connect and we can learn from each other. So strengths, values, but of course also passions serve as a beautiful foundation for personal evolution. So passions can be, maybe you love food, or maybe you love music, or maybe you love hiking in the mountains. I don't know, but there are things in you where you can stretch yourself. I mean, if I give an example for myself, I love to play the guitar. I'm just a very basic player. I could really dive, I should not say I could, I will really dive into mastering this instrument better. And for sure, you have something within you that you say, like, I can always walk 5 kilometers or 10 kilometers like this. Let's make it 15 just to see if I can do this. And then the feeling that this brings, and the strength that this gives, and the joy that it brings to stretch yourself is just life infusing. So, and then of course, then you want something, you go after it, and then there are challenges on the way. I've shared about this in previous episodes as well, but it's very clear that your resilience is growing, and when you once learn to accept these challenges and basically make them stepping stones for your future. I mean, you can get derailed by challenges, which is sometimes normal for a moment. You know, that you really fall back or fall to the side. Yet there is a moment where you can say, okay, this happened, this is true. No longer label it as having been wrong or right. Thing is, it happened. And now what now? What's next? And so the two previous topics that I said, like searching for this growth, being curious about what's possible after setbacks, after challenges, after maybe even this depression, is something that you can really, yeah, cultivate and develop, and develop a mindset in alignment with your soul set, to say to yourself, like, I want to step out of this. This challenge will not beat me. This challenge will no longer hold me down. I'm stepping up. I'm going. And at that very moment, you use the resilience that you have built through this challenge, even though you might have been feeling very bad or very sad or very grieving or very disappointed. The moment you say, like, I'm rising up, you've resilience and you can make a step forward. So then moving forward, and now that you have learned this lesson and you've had this setback, those are lessons that you can implement, that you can talk about to others, that you can share from, It's not failure. Those are life lessons that are valuable. So, and use those. Okay, try to not make the same mistake again. And this whole idea on embracing change, but also continuously learning, is something that you can, yeah, can become a natural thing, right? To embrace each experience, whether it was positive or challenging, as an opportunity to grow and to expand the beautiful person that you are. So, yeah, those are basically 4 points already, and I always try to talk about like 5 points. So what's the next? So if you are expanding, if you say like, oh, this is a new day, what can I do different? What can I do better? What can I do more neatly? What can I do more originally? What can I do in a more connecting way? Set a goal for yourself for the day. It says something about you and the significance you want to make in your life, or the impact you want to create and cause in others, when you set a personal goal and say like, yeah, today I'm going to make my aunt happy. I'm going to send her a nice, kind email. This elderly lady for sure will feel joy. I can spark joy in her if I write her a short note, or I make a phone call to my mother, or I'm going to call my brother, or I have this friend. So those are personal things. There are personal goals that you can achieve in within your work environment as well. So explore practical strategies where you can step up, where you can say like, okay, I once had a mentor who said, after every door, but imagine that you every door you step through, or every door you walk through, you think like, I'm going to bring goodness here. I'm going to make it better here. I'm going to make it great here. You can do this. It's a fun game basically with yourself. But so there are many practical strategies that you can develop for goal setting, and to discover how aspirations you set for yourself also improve your character, improve who you are being. And there's joy in challenging yourself and leading yourself to a certain level of self mastery. So yeah, personal evolution, it is a dynamic journey. It has to do with self discovery, with resilience, with continuous learning, with wanting to be yourself, daring to be yourself, to self-express in a way that is clear and solid, while at the same time not rigid, solid but flexible, like a stream of water. And if you add goal achievements to that growth journey, you will really, really, yeah, give yourself the most beautiful gift, and it is the gift of really being alive, the gift of really being exploring, growing, expanding in the most beautiful way, because it's generous to yourself and ultimately to others if you allow yourself to be truly you, with all your talents coming to fruition. So, yes, the importance of personal evolution, it is in your hands every day again, every minute again, every second again. And I hope that this week you'll tap into this a little bit more consciously, that every day and maybe every noon you say like, hey, where can I grow this afternoon? What can I do tonight? Where can I improve my character? What trait can I change? What trait can I cultivate or refine? It's beautiful if you catch yourself doing better. On to self mastery. Have a great week. Bye.